surprise do we have for Saturday?
A lot of pain.
Wow, just like that, dry. Pain.
Step back.
Big step back.
Step back.
Over there.
Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury rematch in 3 days in what should be an epic showdown for the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Council, and World Boxing Organization heavyweight titles, which will go down inside Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. As is customary, both heavyweight boxers do an open workout for fans and media before the fight, but on the media workout day, boxing fans got gypped by the Gypsy King, as his workout was another controversial act from him. Indeed, Fury attended the Usyk versus Fury 2 open workouts but didn't do anything.
Smash and damage.
There you go. So there's another thing that I wanted to ask you. Last time you were nice and clean shaven. Are we planning on changing that at all for Saturday, or
The former boxing champion laced up his gloves and boots and acted as if he was going to shadow box when he charged towards his trainer, but he didn't. Instead, Fury raised his hand as he walked around the ring, then bowed to the crowd before returning to his trainer to remove his gloves. Maybe Fury is focused solely on his upcoming fight, or it could be Fury being Fury. In comparison, he shadowboxed and hit the mitts for nearly 20 minutes in his open workout in May for Fury versus Usyk 1.
Listen, I have memory. Yeah. First fight, it was...
Tyson Fury didn't throw a punch at tonight's open workouts in Riyadh ahead of Saturday's rematch with world heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk. Instead, he repeatedly mouthed the words pain and damage, then disappeared. But attempting to read too much into Fury, or indeed these promotional workouts, is largely pointless. Usyk then appeared on a boat with the theme from Titanic soundtracking his entrance. He was a tad livelier in his workout. When asked about Fury's performance, he said, "Okay."
In the past. Now, I'm not more aggressive. I'm kind of. Listen, yeah.
Fury's trainer, Sugar Hill Stewart, chuckled when he was questioned. "It was a little workout, we gave it our best," Stewart said, underlining how little all involved care for this section of the promotional duties. "Tyson Fury is just ready right now, along with myself. He's always had a silly demeanor and playing around, but this is a different side of him. He's just ready, 100% ready."
Try to have a fighter come in at a certain weight. I only want him to weigh whatever makes him perform the best. That's it. Is that it?
Trainers and fighters rarely stray below 100% when discussing how ready they are before a big fight. Sometimes they go as high as 110%, and even 1,000,000% has been known, but again, not a lot to read here. The absence of Fury's father, which has long been presumed, was today all but confirmed by Stewart when he said the Tyson corner would consist of just himself, Andy Lee, and the Cut Man. During the points loss to Usyk in May, Fury found himself being bombarded with advice. Though never used as an excuse, it would appear, presuming the Cutman isn't John Fury, the Englishman has taken steps to avoid such chaos again.
That's it, and that's simple for me. Heavyweight is no weight limit, so other weight divisions, they have to stay comfortable. They have to train at a certain...
Asked what will be different from effectively the 13th round, Fury said, "I'm going to knock him out as promised." Usyk, spruce in a tailored purple suit with a dramatic white sash, responded, "It's in God's hands, but I think I win again." Precious few fans of either fighter were in a smattering of a crowd. We shall see if many more make the trek from both sides of Europe later in this Christmas week. Fury has claimed to have rewatched their first bout 100 times and will be making some adjustments in a bid to cause Usyk's first defeat of his career in their Riyadh showdown.
still Samson?
A lot of hurt.
Is that the just ongoing motto for this weekend?
Hurt.
Fury has maintained that he was actually the victor from the first fight and claims that he wasn't focused, something he is keen to put right this time. "I need to be more focused this time and not do as much showboating," he said via GB News. "That's how easy it was for me, and you can get complacent. I don't believe the showboating cost me the fight, but I need to be more focused this time and not do as much."
But knockout, no difficulty, no. Easy. Easy work. Really.
Alexander.
Easy. He ain't no Alexander. I'm Alexander.
How do you prepare for this fight?
Go be it.
Tony Bellew believes Oleksandr Usyk will win every round if Tyson Fury chooses to press the action when the pair meet in their rematch on Saturday. The first encounter between Usyk and Fury was stylistically surprising. Many expected Fury to use his huge size and weight advantage to overpower the smaller Ukrainian, but it was Usyk who took the fight to Fury. Usyk hurt Fury badly in the 9th round and almost forced a stoppage before the Englishman was saved by the bell.
Well, you'd hope so. I'd say the tragedy come literally so close to the fact that he didn't know, but what he's gone through in his personal life is just I can't even bear to think and comprehend. So yeah, thoughts and wishes are with him and his family, but may the best.
Bellew, who lost by technical knockout in Usyk's final contest at cruiserweight in 2018, believes that if Usyk uses similar tactics in the rematch, then they will not have the same effect on Fury. I have no idea what happens in the rematch, Bellew told Boxing Scene, because I thought Usyk would win the first time, but I never in a million years anticipated he'd win the way he won. I never thought he could push him back like that. Do I think he can do it in the rematch? If he chooses to push him back again in the rematch, he won't catch him by surprise because he 100% took Tyson Fury by surprise. This time, he won't be able to do that.
Best man win on the night, and I've said before, I'll say it again. I just think I can't see past Oleksandr Usyk. I just think the guy's an absolute.
Fury has been vocal about how he plans to switch things up for the rematch. He believes that he cannot rely on the judges and that he must press for a knockout. Bellew thinks that if what Fury says is true, then the fight only ends in one way. I do believe if Usyk goes on the back foot, he wins every single round, said Bellew. He's the hardest man in the world to hit. If you let Oleksandr Usyk go on the back foot and you press him all night, you're in trouble. You're not going to catch him.
I'm like Samson now. Grew a beard, straps. Thank you guys. Good luck. All the best.
Tyson.
Just watch the Murat Gassiev fight, said Bellew, citing Usyk's virtual shutout victory over the feared power-punching Gassiev, who struggled to land anything of consequence. And you'll understand, that's why I chose to box him. Chasing him is the worst thing in the world you could do.
Absolute machine. Don't get me wrong, at Tyson Fury's size and weight, he shouldn't lose. If I'm being totally honest, when you have advantages like that, you shouldn't lose. But if anyone's going to beat him, it was obviously going to be Oleksandr Usyk.
Yeah, maybe we'll see a different referee. Well, I presume there is a different referee.
Tyson Fury's sparring partner Kevin Lerena believes that Fury is stronger and more explosive than his first camp to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Fury fights Usyk again on Saturday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in a rematch for the World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization, and World Boxing Council heavyweight titles after they competed in a thrilling contest back in May. Lerena was one of Fury's sparring partners for his original camp for Usyk, during which he suffered a cut that forced its postponement until May, and then helped Fury prepare to rematch for Usyk again in his most recent training camp in Malta.
To being successful is not reinventing the wheel. Tyson Fury knows what he does best. He knows where he's very good, and he obviously knows where he's vulnerable. So
Fury has been vocal about how he intends to adapt for their rematch and plans on knocking Usyk out. Lerena has recognized clear physical changes since he sparred Fury for the originally scheduled date. He's stronger than he was in the first camp, that I can tell you, Lerena told Boxing Scene. I'm gonna just say that. He's feeling stronger and he's feeling more explosive. So that's all I'm gonna say. And yes, it's a boxing match, but if you're stronger and more explosive, you're taking in a little bit more ammo, a little bit more artillery. For all of the differences Lerena has seen in Fury's physicality, when it comes to his mentality, the South African has noticed no change.
It's up to him to make those minor adjustments. He was doing very well in the first fight. The first fight was a very close fight. A lot of people are very quick to just talk about the round.
Tyson then, and Tyson now, no difference. He's just as hungry, said Lerena. He's working hard. He's a phenomenal fighter. He's got a great boxing IQ. And I think Tyson Fury's Tyson Fury. I think you've got to look at it as the first fight was such a close fight, so he didn't do much wrong in training. He was winning up until he got caught probably in the 9th round, which swung it away. The first fight was so close, you don't want to change much, so he's working hard in camp. He's looking good, explosive, and I'm just excited for the second fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. I can't give any sort of game plans or what he's doing in the sparring, but one thing I can tell you, if you're not on your A game, you're in a heap of shit. He's the Gypsy King. He's been in there many times. He knows his way around the ring.
but you've got to look at all the other rounds. Tyson Fury was doing really well. Oleksandr Usyk's a phenomenal talent, a phenomenal fighter, and you know, one of the best in the world at the moment. And I think the focus that Tyson has is the key.
He can fight going forward, he can fight going back, he can box, he's got skills, he can move. So it's whatever he wants to do on the day, but if you're not on your A game, you're going to have your hands full. That I can tell you. So that's not giving away too much. Fury has spoken of how he has locked himself away during his training camp and of how he has not spoken to his wife Paris for over 3 months. Lorena, though, revealed the Fury he has been in camp with has been in good spirits.
Saudi National TV, please. One question. What's your message to your fans for Saudi?
See you all Saturday night.
Thank you so much.
Let's try this one.
He's always great to be around. It's always a laugh, said Lorena. Obviously, it's very serious when we're training. He works super hard. I'm a hard worker myself, and that's why I'm in camp, because I'm here to push him to even harder limits. But he's in a good space. He's happy, and obviously, as you can see on his social media, he's having a good time and enjoying his training. And I think a dangerous man is one who's enjoying himself and what he does.
You beat Usyk is if you back him up. Dubois kind of try to back him up. AJ had moments in his fight of backing him up and hitting him to his body. Martin Bakole has dropped Usyk to his body. He's very vulnerable to the body, but to get to that body is another story.
Fury has had more than one fight with 3 opponents during his career. John McDermott, Derek Chisora, and Deontay Wilder, and each ended in stoppage wins for Fury. Lorena believes that will be a telling factor when he faces Usyk for a second time. I believe Tyson beats him, I truly do, he said. We know Tyson Fury comes back and he knows what to do in his rematches. There's proof in the pudding and the boxing records show that, but I just think that I know the first fight was so close, and Tyson was doing extremely well, so there's no reason why he can't beat him in the rematch. He now knows what he has to do. Having said that, Usyk also knows what he's up against. So both guys are going to prepare, but I think Tyson knows what he needs to do to win, and I think it should fall in his favor, to be honest. I think Tyson stops him. No one has stopped Usyk, and I'm not discrediting Oleksandr Usyk. He's one of the greats of our era, and he's a phenomenal fighter. But I think if there is a man who can stop him in his tracks, it's Tyson Fury.
Because he's such a good mover. So if Fury can establish a good jab and work behind that jab, it will be hard for Usyk. But if he allows Usyk in and to dictate the pace, it will be a long night for Tyson Fury. But that's a very good fight, and it's for the undisputed.
You can speak to any trainer, and they will tell you that the boxer isn't going to take the information in if it's coming from here, there, and everywhere. Former world champion Ricky Hatton told the Daily Mail in an interview recently, sharing his advice for Tyson Fury in the upcoming rematch against Oleksandr Usyk. In their initial encounter in Riyadh in May, Fury's corner, Sugar Hill Stewart and Andy Lee were joined by a highly outspoken father, John Fury. This led to mixed signals for the former WBC heavyweight champion, possibly leaving him unsure whether to go on the offensive or focus on survival. Regardless, the assistant trainer believes Sugar Hill should have been the only voice in Fury's corner that night. There were a lot of voices in the corner. We were in a dire situation and had to get him back to himself, said Lee.
Wrong in the corner on that night?
Nothing went wrong in the corner. Nothing. What went wrong?
It seemed on the TV. It seemed like chaos.
No, it wasn't chaos. You got a dad in the corner, and who John was saying a lot of good things.
His dad was giving him great advice, I thought, but he's also a dad, and that's his son. Suga should have been the only voice, and he will be the only voice in the next fight. Despite the mishap that could be a contributing factor behind Tyson Fury's loss, the heavyweight has made no changes in his corner, sticking to Lee and longtime trainer Sugar Hill. A lot of guys would have looked for an excuse, blamed it on the team, but he's not changing his team. Hopefully, it works out for him. Lee told Boxing Scene. Fury is slated to lock horns with Usyk at the same venue on December 21st. However, they won't be fighting for the IBF title, which Oleksandr Usyk relinquished following his win. This means only the WBC, WBA, and WBO titles are up for grabs. Meanwhile, Hatton revealed how Fury's corner can avoid repeating the mishap in the rematch.
He was giving good advice, but he's also come from a perspective of a dad who's watching his son in a fight. And then you've got Sugar Hill, who is always the main voice in the corner, who Tyson listens to anyway.
Speaking on the corner debacle in May, Ricky Hatton proposed that Fury's cornermen can talk to each other during the 3 minutes of a round. However, when Fury comes to his corner during the breaks, they will have to be quick and concise with what they say, noting, "You've got to get the message around effectively, so you need one voice delivering it." Turning to a prediction for the bout, Hatton seemed reluctant given the neck-to-neck battle between the two boxers last time around.
And they have the shorthand of phrases and things they work on during the gym that they know that Tyson understands what Sugar's saying.
"I still think it's going to be a toss of the coin in which way the fight goes and who will win," Hatton said. However, the 46-year-old feels that if Fury uses his physical attributes better, he will have a better chance of winning, especially since the whole corner fiasco is settled. With that said, Tyson Fury and his team seem determined not to repeat what happened in the corner during the May fight. It appears the Gypsy King has finally paid heed to that advice, as Andy Lee from Fury's training team told Boxing Scene that there will just be one voice in his corner in the upcoming bout.
Sugar knows what Tyson's like. Tyson will understand what Sugar says if nobody else does, in terms of the phrases he uses. My input was...
Tyson Fury's coach has confirmed that the Gypsy King's father, John Fury, will not be in the corner for this weekend's World Heavyweight title showdown with Oleksandr Usyk. Fury Senior faced heavy criticism for his behavior before and during Fury's opening bout with Usyk back in May, which the latter won by split decision. The hot-headed 59-year-old, a former professional boxer himself, was left bloodied after headbutting a member of Usyk's camp during a pre-fight scuffle, with videos of the incident going viral on social media.
Hurt. Serious hurt.
I know we're in the last stretch, so are you basically done with all the chit-chat, the talking, the back and forth?
A lot of damage.
And while Saudi authorities decided to draw a line under the episode, there have been calls for Fury SNR to be removed from his son's entourage to give the British fighter the best possible chance of victory on Saturday night. Both Tyson Fury and Usyk took part in a media workout in front of the cameras in Riyadh this evening, and Fury SNR was nowhere to be seen, just 3 days out from the main event. Sugar Hill Steward, Fury's head trainer, went on to confirm that Fury SNR would not be part of their camp, explaining, "Tyson is just ready right now, along with myself. He always has a silly demeanor playing around, but this is a different side of him, and he is 100% ready."
Okay, so there you go. Thank you very much. It was a great workout. Look at all these people that came to see you, so for a lot of damage. Thank you.
Pressed on who exactly will be in the corner, Stewart replied, "Just myself, Andy Lee, and the Cutman, pretty much that's it." Earlier this week, Tyson remained coy when asked whether his father would be joining him in his corner. "I don't know. I don't get involved in all that stuff," the 36-year-old responded. "I just go to the gym, train and fight, get paid, go home. That's what I have always done." Andy Lee, Tyson's assistant trainer, meanwhile, has admitted there were perhaps too many cooks in the Brit's corner during his opening loss to Usyk. "Who knows what will happen? I don't."
Round 11, round 12, you have to win the last 2 rounds. And I had to say that because I knew Tyson was down on the cards. And I had to say that.
Was that the instruction given from everyone going into the last 2 rounds?
He told the media, "Last time the corner was hectic, especially towards the end of the fight. There were 3 different voices in there, Sugar Hill, John, and me. I can understand from a dad's point of view, he was trying to protect his son, but Sugar Hill was trying to win the fight. I was told Tyson was 2 rounds down, and I had to communicate that to him." Paris Fury speaks out after Tyson admitted he hasn't said a word to her in 3 months. After touching down in Riyadh, Tyson revealed that he and his wife Paris had not spoken in 3 months during his grueling training camp in preparation for Saturday's showdown. "I'll end his career. You'll never hear about Oleksandr Usyk again after this," he told Queensberry Promotions.
No, I don't know, but I'm not sure everyone was aware. I was told that he's down on the cards. I said, "You're down. You need to win." That was it. It had to be said.
"It's been a long camp. Hasn't seen my wife and kids in 3 months. I haven't spoken to my wife at all in 3 months. Not one word. Sacrificed a lot. But it'll all be worth it. 100%. And that's all for now." For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.